So we are officially live on YouTube. All right, welcome. We're about to go live on Instagram as well as TikTok. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. My name is Felisa, and of course, you're seeing the behind the scenes of the setup. We're also going to be going live just to talk with you a bit. So let's go. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. We're having a quick conversation this evening. You know, we're in the midst of summer. We're midway summer, so we're midsummer right now. And a lot is going on, especially for preparation as it relates to back to school at Western STEM Academy. We are really excited to welcome our new students as well as our returning students, parents, and teachers. There's so many things that are going on, and we just want to really check in and just to say hello. And for those parents who have questions, we also want to use this opportunity to answer some of those frequently asked questions. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's the first time you are catching me live, I'm Felisa Ricketts Graham, and I'm the principal and founder of Western STEM Academy. Basically, we are a full-time virtual school for students in preparatory school and high school. So we have a prep school section of our school as well as a high school section. So, right, we have classes for students in grades 1 through to grade 6, as well as grade 7 through to grade 11. So, full high school, full prep school, right? So, it's an alternate form of learning where it literally replaces your traditional learning. So, it's online, it's day school. There's also an evening school section, but I'll talk about that more. I'm starting off with the day school, right? So what goes on in our day school? So our day school, it's online, so our students learn from any location. And a lot of persons ask us, do you plan to go physical? Do you have any physical building or anything like that? But we don't have a physical building right now. We're actually a school without walls, a school without borders, which means that our students learn from any location that they're at. They learn from home, right? And right now we have students who are in Jamaica, students who are in Bahamas, students who are in Cayman Islands, students in United States of America. So it's more of a global school than anything else. And in addition to being global, we also have students who are coming to us from all different parishes in Jamaica. So we do plan to have something mobile in the future, not necessarily limited to one location, but you will hear more about that because for us, we really believe that learning is not limited to a particular location, right? So there are several students who miss school on a daily basis for several reasons. So we have sometimes where parents are traveling, sometimes when parents have to take their children to the hospitals or for various reasons and they have to miss school because the school is in one physical location. So that's one of the limitations that our school structure basically limits. We have students who are traveling. So I remember there was this particular student. Hola, I see Spanish plus tutoring. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Let me try out my Spanish a bit. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Sí, sí. Buenas tardes. I think it's it's buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Spanish is also one of the subjects that we offer, but I'm not a Spanish teacher. I'm actually a science teacher, but we offer a wide variety of subjects. We offer over 20 subjects to high school and over 10 subjects to preparatory school. Like when I posted the report, some parents were like, oh my gosh, you offer so many subjects at your school. That's something that we're very big on. We're big on diverse learning. So some of the subjects that the students do at prep school include mathematics, of course, And let me see all the math lovers. If you're a lover of math, I want you to comment math in the comment section. Right? There is math, there is language arts, there is social studies, there is integrated science, integrated studies, information technology, there is Spanish, there is physical education, right? There is STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. We have that as a subject that the students do, where they do a lot of experiments in that course, right? In addition to STEM, which is science, tech, engineering, and math, there is also financial literacy. That's right, your little babies learn financial literacy and they're able to teach you, because a lot of us adults are not financially literate at all. A lot of us don't know about savings and budgeting and investment. Your children can learn these things at Western STEM Academy and turn around and teach you, because you know the struggles of graduating from school and not being taught these life skills. And we're not repeating that, we're breaking that cycle in our school structure. So right now, we're one of the only schools in Jamaica that offer financial literacy as a course to students in prep school. So you grade 1 baby learning about saving. So they're gonna be like, Mommy, I have my piggy bank and I need to put money in it because teacher says so, right? Someone said, what's the cost of tuition? For prep school, it's $75,000 right now. High school, grade 7, 75. Give us a call for the high school. The high school is a bit different. It really depends on some things, right? I want to know, what does STEM do as it relates to learning disabilities and inclusion? Very good question. Very good question. So for us, we are online. So we're fully online right now as we speak, and we are all about an inclusive learning experience for all learners, right? So we cater to all learning styles. So what we do, we have small class sizes. That's the first thing, right? So our class sizes are very small. That's the first thing, because we really believe in having a special learning plan for each student. So that's the first thing. Once your child comes to us, there is an assessment that is done, and then we create a learning plan for your child, right? So wherever your child is in the learning process, that's where we meet your child. So we don't just come and say, all right, grade 5, you're starting here. No, we are starting based on where your child is at, and then this is the standard. We're taking your child to the standard. We have some students who are above the standard. We meet them where they are. Below the standard, we meet them where they are, and we take them up to the standard. So at Western STEM, no child is left behind. And we do have students who are, have different abilities. We like to call them different, they have different abilities. So for us, we believe in giving each child what they need in order to become successful, because it makes no sense for you, this example that Albert Einstein loves to use, or that Albert Einstein used, if you can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. You're going to think for the entire time that the fish is stupid, because you are judging the fish by its ability to climb a tree, when the fish was not designed to climb a tree. The fish swims, right? So of course it would be nice to have a fish that can climb a tree, but you're spending your entire time teaching your fish. In this case, it's just an example, of course. You're spending the entire time trying to teach the fish how to climb the tree, when you could maximize on the strength of the fish, which is to swim, right? So that's what we do. We maximize on the strengths of our students and take them to a higher level of learning where they can excel. So students come to us with averages in the 50s, 60s, and right now our students maintain high 80s and high 90s average because of how inclusive the learning experience is. STEM experiments are part of it. All right, so I'm answering the questions in the chat. The chat is blowing up over here. Yeah, so that was it for in terms of what we do in terms of disabilities. Do students do PEP and CSEC? Yes. we do both PEP and CSEC. So grade 4 students, they start their PEP and then they go up to grade 6. So there is PEP 4, PEP 5, and PEP 6. Our students start their PEP the other day, the PEP 4 students. Right? We didn't have any grade 6 students sitting PEP this year. We had one grade 6 student, but she migrated. Right? So that's also something that our students do. They're very transient set. So there are times when we have students who migrate and we aid in the process of helping them to settle into universities or into colleges or into high schools or even into other prep schools. So we have a lot of students who migrate, and we also help students in terms of students who want to go to high schools overseas or universities overseas. That's something that will help students with, right? And then we have our Pep exams because we follow the curriculum of the local Ministry of Education, and we do CSEC. In addition to just offering CSEC and Pep courses, we also have evening school, which offers preparation for these exams. We've helped over 10,000 CSEC students across the Caribbean to prepare for math, chemistry, physics, and biology. And those students, they get grade 1s, like about 80% of that population, they get grade 1s, and we maintain a 100% success rate in terms of students getting grades 3 to 1, 3, 2, or 1, right? We have students placing on the merit list. And the other day, we also hosted a massive national CSEC workshop, which featured other schools. So like Holy Childhood, Immaculate, Mount Alvernia, St. Hilda's, Westwood High School. So there were other schools who also come to us for CSEC preparation classes, right? Any more questions? So that's for CSEC and PEP per term. So that is per term. So it's 75,000 per term. Okay. Any more questions? All right. So I know that TikTok has a lot of questions because we have a lot of parents who are interested in giving their students an advanced level of education. The level of education that we're giving our students is more on an international level, right? So we're not talking about that yet. We're talking about school, right? And that's something, it's important, you know. So I'm not trying to divert from your question, Mass 23. But right now we're focusing on the students because, as you know, I run Western STEM Academy, which is an online school, a virtual school for students. But what we're doing, Max 23, is preparing our children for careers that are in high demand that also pay very well. Because a lot of students are graduating from universities or high schools and they're not able to get a job. Or even when they get a job, it's not a job that pays a lot. And then they have to worry if they're going to migrate or if they're going to go to the BPO. Not that I'm saying anything is wrong with the BPO, but sometimes they would want other jobs, but they weren't advised. And one subject that I forgot to mention is career counseling. So there are actually 10 subjects in prep school, right? Career counseling. So we offer career counseling to students as well by coaching them, right? For them to understand the careers that are in high demand. So right now we have science and tech jobs being in really, really high demand right now. Your child can literally make a comfortable living if they pursue a STEM area. And that's something that we have to show our students, because a lot of us Jamaican students are not tapping into STEM areas. It's when they reach universities that they just fall into another program because they didn't have a STEM background. Not that they hate STEM or anything, but they didn't have a good exposure to STEM. So therefore, they're not interested in STEM. They just go to another area and then they graduate and they can't get any job. And I know this because I get thousands of applications daily. Thousands. And I can't employ everybody. Right? So whilst I have good how do you select a career counseling teacher? What kind of certification do you look for? All right, so it's an interview process in terms of how we select all our teachers. Our teachers are highly qualified. The career counseling teacher has to be somebody who is educated, who is, well, what I mean is you're current. So you're constantly researching, you know, the career trends. So career trends is something that we study in terms of what are the careers that are booming in the next 5 to 10 to 15 years, because believe it or not, some careers are going to be of the past, right? We realized the other day in the pandemic, so many persons lost their jobs. And I'm not saying that it was a good thing, but we realized that there were some jobs that went up. The demand for persons in healthcare went skyrocketing. The demand for persons in research, it went above. So we're going to need a lot of persons to be knowledgeable about science, about technology, about engineering, right? About mathematics, which is problem solving. So you need your engineers, because clearly we're not going, you and I are communicating now because I'm on my laptop and I'm on my phone. So we need more persons to advance to help us to make more of these technological devices. Why is it that in Jamaica we have to depend on just Japan and China to ship us phones and laptops? We don't want that. We are preparing our students to not just have the knowledge, the theory, but they know how to make things, right? They have the skills required that they can even invent their own cars, make their own cars. That's the kind of thinking that we need to have right now. So it's not just about learning to learn it, but it's about learning to action it, where our students can actually go into this sort of technological career, engineering, make stuff, invent stuff. Because you can imagine if we didn't have a creative society or a set of creative persons who said, you know what, I'm gonna do something. You and I would still be sending telegram, and you wouldn't get my letter until a month in advance, or in 2 months, or even a year, right? A family member would have passed and you wouldn't hear until them buried, right? So those are the kind of things that we look at. I'm also going to be including questions on Instagram. As the principal, do you have the grades of all students personally for future purposes? Yes, 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 yes. I have to. So I have the grades of all students in files, of course, so that we can use them for your transcripts. Because persons ask us for transcripts very often, right? So we want those for transcripts when students are leaving school. We also have to supply these to the Ministry of Education. So if anything should happen, the ministry always has records of these grades. So your grades, if you're talking about the academic grades, yes, they're always recorded and they're always stored. So even 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and you are now 50 and you decide that, guess what? I need my grades from Western STEM, even if we're not around anymore, which we will, right? You can still get this once you're a student in Jamaica. It's law that we have to give these documents to the Ministry of Education here. Are all teachers trained? Yes, all teachers are qualified and trained. Yes, so they're trained. We have students trained at the we have teachers trained at the master's level. We have there's also a consultant that we work with who is trained at the doctorate level, right? So we have teachers trained at the master's level. We have teachers with their bachelors of education, right? So that's BEd, bachelors of education. You also have a few teachers with bachelors of science, bachelors of arts. There is a doctor on our team because we're into STEM, so naturally, right? So we have a doctor, so she has her MBBS with us. Very talented person, very, very talented. Trust me, she's an asset, right? So she's a doctor, but she's also in education. So we have we have a doctor on our team. We have teachers who went to teachers college, qualified teachers on our team, right? And all for that. It's all about the quality that we're giving students. So we're giving students the highest quality of education that they can use globally. And a point to note that our teachers are not just Jamaican teachers. We have teachers all over the world. I'm just looking right now at some new application, and we have teachers applying from all the way in Philippines, in the United States. It's global, and those are some of the advantages. Your child is not limited, but they can be exposed to the world right here in Jamaica. So they're getting a piece of the world. So we're an international virtual school. That's over Instagram. Let me see over TikTok question. My child does not like virtual learning. What is different about delivery? That's something that I get very often, Ofra Stewart, that my child doesn't like virtual learning. And it's really because of the negative connotation that we have about virtual learning based on our experiences. And I can tell you, because a lot of public schools and some private schools that were already operating in the physical space, they struggled to actually go over to the virtual. And we would be surprised that our children enjoy being virtual, meaning they enjoy being on their phones, they enjoy being on their tablets, they enjoy being on their laptops. Which child is sulky when they take up a laptop? A 1-year-old, you have your tablet in your hand, and your 1-year-old is pulling your tablet out of your hand, because our children are naturally inclined towards these devices. But what happened? The teachers struggled at that time when they were transitioning, and they didn't have an excitement for virtual learning. So it seems more of a pain than an enjoyment. Students weren't enthused about the learning process virtually in many public schools. And we had to go in as a school and train these teachers. So we've trained several schools across Jamaica how to make virtual learning exciting so students love it, right? So what's different about our delivery is our approach to learning. So our learning is student-based. So what we're doing, we're using the interest of the students to stimulate the learning process. So it's very exciting, and it's like they're playing a game, but they're learning. So there are a lot of gamification methods, meaning we put the educational concepts in games for the students to enjoy. We use a lot of virtual platforms that will, encompass your PowerPoints, video presentations, online debates, online experiments, online games, as I mentioned before. And not only do they just sit behind their screens and just be online, but they're constantly engaged with their environment. So there are times when we have virtual field trips, we have outdoor activities. So, I'm into science, so biology. There are times when I take the students outside and say, all right, guess what? You're going into your garden today, and you're going to be identifying different plants, different animals. There are times when they're doing physical education and then they're outside just having a grand time. There are times when they're doing experiments and they're having a grand time. You see, the students that we have, they enjoy the learning process and they don't wish to go back physical any at all. Right now, we're on break, Ofra Stewart, and I just had to ask 2 of our students to come off the platform, please, because they are excited about school. They come on even when it's not school time, right? I had one of my grade 3 students and my grade 4 student on today. Today is the 3rd of August. School was on holiday or has been on holiday since June 30 or July 1. And I have students coming on in August because they can't wait to come back to school. We have interactions, like social interactions that they do. So the problem that happened why students don't really like virtual learning in the traditional sense is that they didn't know how to do it effectively. The teachers struggle, and I can tell you because I've been a teacher in public school myself, and I watched with my own eyes the struggle that several teachers had. The students weren't struggling, it was the adults struggling because they didn't know how to effectively deliver. But once you have a team of teachers that are well trained, then of course they deliver, and they deliver par excellence. I can tell you first-hand experience. Check out our YouTube page for some of those interactions, right? Back to a question from Instagram. How or where do students then sit CSEC exams, seeing that it's online schooling? All right. So I can tell you about CSEC and Pep, Zane Lax. So for Pep exams, they register just the same, and then you are given a center to sit the exam closest to your location. So you will use a center close to your location for Pep, and it's the same thing for CSEC. So October, we're going to be registering students for CSEC. We've had students sit CSEC exams in Montego Bay, in Kingston already. But wherever you are, if you're in Manchester, you're going to get a center in Manchester. If you are in St. Elizabeth, you get a center in St. Elizabeth, Montego Bay, Kingston, St. Andrew, Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne. Your center will be closest to your location. So that's the only time that you have to worry about getting physical, and then you will get a center closest to home. All right, so that's something that we do in terms of exams, sitting exams. Do you have evening classes for persons who is not at your school? Yes, yes, yes. We have an evening institute program where we offer your typical extra classes in a fun and vibrant classroom setting. So the general cost is 2,500 per hour. However, we have some packages for the month and for the term that you can definitely learn more about, right? So that was for Ann White. Jamoy, where is it? We're fully virtual at the moment. Students come to us from Jamaica, 14 parishes, as well as 10 other countries, right? So we have students all over. And I'm sure that this will be something that can help your child. Even if you don't enroll in the full-time program, the extra classes program, that's really good. I forgot to tell you about the clubs. I'm not even checking if there is any question on YouTube. But the clubs and societies, something that we have that a lot of schools don't have is that right now we have our virtual clubs and societies. So we have a STEM club, a science club, environmental, robotics. Did I tell you about robotics? Robotics is a big part of what we do at Western STEM Academy. We are big on robotics. We're big on artificial intelligence. And go ahead and share this with another parent. I forgot to ask you, but share this with another parent. Let them know that, guess what? A lot of students are struggling academically right now because there was a lot of learning lapse, right? A lot of students struggle, right? Parents, when you get those reports, they're not looking good. We may be able to help you at Western STEM Academy. When you look at the reports of our students, there is progress. I'm not saying that there's perfection, because perfection is not what we seek. What we're seeking is progress. So when a child who usually gets in the 60s is now getting in the 70s, we celebrate, we rejoice from 60 to 70, from 70 to 90. We love to see that, right? Our parents, they have a lot of good things to say about school because it's something that they enjoy. They enjoy just having their children in an online school where they can also be a part of their child's educational journey, right? Every month we have monthly progress reports that we send out to you, the parent, so you can keep up with your child's performance. You don't have to wait and say, oh my gosh, I am waiting until the end of the term. Let me see what my child has been up to. No, you can know how your child is performing every month, right? Every month we're sending out progress report with all your subjects. And come on, I don't know, pure subjects the students are doing now. They're doing some real challenging subjects and they're doing so well. We have students getting third place in physics in the entire Jamaica in CSEC. We have a student who came fourth in the entire Jamaica in math. And I'm talking peak pandemic mode. So I'm here to tell you that I know that a lot of us have our beliefs about online education. A lot of the students feel frustrated, but I can guarantee based on our feedback or based on the results from our students, that students do extremely well when they learn in this mode, because it's not just coming before your screen and just delivering. It's an entire experience that you have to be at Western STEM to experience. How many days for the evening class? We have classes from Monday to Friday. You can choose how many days you want per week, based on, of course, we work based on your budget, right? So we have classes Monday to Friday. So let's say you need math, English, social studies, you can access all the classes. They're all available. So you would tell us the areas that your child is struggling in or that you just want some touch up in. You just let us know and we will create that package for you, right? So go ahead and ask me any question that you have in the comment section. I see Royal Prince joining. Hello, how are you? Follow us on YouTube. We are Western STEM Academy. You will see more of the live experience of what it's like learning from time to time. We have a lot of events, a lot of social events. Somebody said, keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. And I didn't tell you about our awards, how many hours per subject per week. So let's master. So I can't tell you exactly how all of the evening classes are set up just yet, because most of them are per parent request, right? So right now what we have mostly the one-to-one sessions. We haven't fully put out the group classes. So most of these are one-to-one sessions now, where it's your child with the tutor for evening class, right? So most of it is one-to-one right now. So it's really based on the number of subjects, number of hours that a parent want. So let's say you want 3 hours of math, we make it available for you. You want 4 hours of math, we make it available. 1 hour math, 1 hour social studies, we make it available right now. However, for September, we're going to be having group classes where we will say, all right, math is on a Tuesday, 2 hours of math. But we haven't fully finalized that just yet. But you can follow us on Instagram and we'll be posting more about that by next week, right? When we fully finalize based on, of course, your interest, right? So let us know where is our school location. We're fully online. Yes, we are. Students come to us from any location that they are at, right? Our offices will, of course, be located in Western Jamaica. We're finalizing that part. We've been around for 2 years and all our employees work from home. Our students also learn from home. Yes, we have reading classes, right? We do have reading classes available. Is this for kids or adults? So most of what we have right now is for children 6 to 18 years old. However, for September, there will be some adult classes. So we already have adult CSEC classes, but September, we're going to be having some short courses for adults. But right now, our focus has been for children 6 to 18 years old, right? So yeah. So most of this is for kids. Most of this that you're hearing about, they're mostly for the children, 6 to 18, right? Somebody say, hey, what's this about? Western STEM Academy. We are a full-time virtual school for students 6 to 18 years old. You know, we help students to advance in areas of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we're a full-time online school. We have day classes for students and we have evening classes for students as well. But we're building out our evening program, so we will have some adult classes eventually. There is a prep school section and a high school section. So the university aspect, which would not be for the adults, is what is to come. But right now it's prep and high school. We're a global school, which means that we have students in different countries, right? So I think that should answer the question that was asked just now. If you have more questions, please do let me know. Yes, reading classes are available for children, right? Remember to share with parents, let them know that guess what? Your child doesn't have to struggle. Your child can have excellent results. All you need to do is to enroll at Western STEM Academy. Someone said, proud of you. Thank you so much. I wonder what's that. Are they frightening me? Give me a sec. Don't go anywhere. Hey, I'm back. Yes, so let's see. Any other comments? Hi, Steffi. All right, so if we have no other question, of course, we can wrap up soon. I'm really excited about September because we're expanding. We are expanding in the right direction. We want to help more students, not just students in prep school, but also high school. We're going to be partnering with more schools to train their teachers, as well as to help students to, advance in different areas of education. So we want to start offering financial literacy as well as STEM courses and career counseling to other schools. So look out for that. We might just be in your child's school, right? So you probably don't have to wait on that. You probably can just enroll your child instead of waiting. Jamoy put up a finger to help. Send me a message. Where is your school location? Okay, I was telling you that we are located online. We're fully virtual, right? So we are coming to a school near you very soon. We will be offering some courses to other schools that are already in operation, right? There are so many, EdTech is the way to go. Education technology, you realize that a lot of education technology companies are listing on the stock exchange. So you have your, you had Edufocal who listed, you have One-on-One who listed. So we are one of those kind of schools, right? We are an education technology school. So who knows, in the next 5 years, you could literally see us on the Jamaica Stock Exchange as well. That's one of my short-term, long-term goals for this company. I want to list it on the Jamaica Stock Exchange because I really believe that if we want our country to move forward, we have to invest in education, right? I am where I am because of an investment, an educational investment, where I grew up in abject poverty. By now, a lot of persons should know, or some persons probably just hearing my story for the first time. But I grew up in abject poverty where I lost my father when I was 7 years old. My mother developed a mental illness and she was unable to take care of me. I felt hopeless. I went through depression. By the time I was 14, I was placed in a girls' home. I was in Granville Girls' Home at 14. I felt like nothing could become of me. But because of going to school and getting an education, I feel like, wow, I can really make it. I'm from really rural Jamaica. right? And I felt like, oh my gosh, something can really become of me just because of the experience going to school, having teachers who care. So that's what I want to do. I literally became a teacher just because of my experience, where I want to pay it forward. I want to help parents to give their children a good education that they can take globally. Because I'm telling you that education took me out of abject poverty, guys, right? It allowed me to become something of myself, where I could start. I became a teacher first. And then after teaching, I was involved in so many things. I was involved in Jamaica Festival Queen. I was involved in Youth Parliament of Jamaica. I then started doing, I became an advisor to the government of Jamaica as a youth advisor, right? I then became a Prime Minister's Youth Awardee, where I was awarded by the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And then recently, I was awarded by the Governor Generals for excellence in academics and leadership. And I was also shortlisted for another award for the United States of America. That's the Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative, right? And I went from this hopeless little girl to all of this. And that is why I want to pay it forward. I want to help your child, right? A lot of schools are out there. Your children are just going and going through the system. I don't want that. Our children are too brilliant for that. Like, every child deserves an investment. Every child deserves a parent who care, right? Who take them and say, you know what? I'm going to ensure that you become the best version of yourself. I'm going to send you to a school where I know that you will be catered for. You're not just another number in the class. Guys, ladies, moms, dads, I know what this is like. I've been a teacher. I've taught in the public school. I've taught in the private school. And I said, no, this ain't it. You go to school and it's just like, if you learn, you learn. If you don't learn, you don't learn. And that's it. Too many students are passing through the system and resorting to things such as scamming, those things that are not pleasant, because they didn't get that investment. They didn't get that education that they should have gotten. So sometimes it might seem like it's expensive, but there's nothing too expensive for your child, right? There are strangers who would be willing to spend on people's children, right? So, like, because for me, I went to college. My parents couldn't afford college. I told you that my father died when I was 7, and my mother developed a mental illness. So it was really strangers who paid for my education. Strangers thought that nothing was too good for me, where they paid for my education. When I reached high school, I owed so much money, right? I owed so much money, and strangers invested in me. And I'm saying, if strangers invested in me, why would us as parents be afraid to invest in our own children that are our own flesh and blood? And if you're a stranger and you know a child that is struggling, don't be afraid to invest in them, because education is a life changer. It gives us a fighting chance in our country. Right? Nobody can take your education away. It's the best gift that you can give to your child. What's the cost and how do you pay? The cost is $75,000 per term, and payment can be made online. You can visit our website at westernstemacademy.com, westernstemacademy.com, or go on Instagram at westernstem_academy. Click the link in our bio that says register now, and then you'll see the registration form. You'll fill it in, and then you'll get a confirmation email with the payment options. So you can pay online if you have online banking, or you can do wire transfers at the ATM or in the bank, right? Or yeah, you can do it in the bank, at the ATM, or online. We're working on our credit card payment option right now as I speak. As soon as I come out of the live, I'm gonna be finishing up for the credit card payment option. My 6 years old son tell me that reading is boring. How are you going to help him if I decide to? All right. So in terms of a lot of children, especially boys, will think that reading is boring. It's for us as educators and for as parents to first allow them to see the importance of reading and show them, like, first of all, you have to show them the importance of reading. They have to see the importance, and you have to also make it fun and exciting. It has to be exciting. And once it's exciting and you start seeing some excitement, you have to also positively reinforce, meaning you reward, you praise them. So when they do well, they get something for it, right? And not only that, but you are ensuring that what they're reading about is something that they can relate to. A lot of students, they're learning to read, but they can't relate. They're just calling these words. But you have to make learning fun. And learning is more diverse than just sitting down before the book, but you can actually allow them to listen. So we have to use up the different skills that they have. Listen to somebody reading, right? And from that, they develop an interest in it, right? They love football. You read them a story about football first, and then you allow them to read after. Those are some of the ways that you ensure that learning is interesting first. Because if learning is not interesting, they're not gonna pay you any mind. Learning should be like a video game. I'm sure your son loves video games, right? I'm not gonna stereotype, but a lot of boys love video games. We should make education like a video game. Elon Musk said that. He's one of the world's richest men alive. He said that if we want education to be interesting, we have to make it like a video game. You see how those boys will sit down hours and watch the video game? Trust me, I have a husband just like that. He'll sit down hours and watch and play. Well, it's play his video game, right? My little cousins, they sit down hours and play their video games. But the moment you say, here's the book, oh, no, no. It's the reality. So you have to make it fun. You have to make it interesting. Come on. If you enjoy it, you're going to do it. And that's what we do. We make you enjoy it. So this is how I was able to get you to watch this live for a bit. This is just a normal snippet of kind of what we do at Western STEM. And it gets interesting. Sometimes I go into class and I'm just saying, oh, like, wow, wow. Right? So how do you pay if there's a cost? I think I just answered that, but just to reinforce, payment is done virtually or in your bank. So you can pay from your bank to our bank if you're in Jamaica, of course. Right? So it's a really amazing experience. The persons on TikTok, I know you're watching from my page at Felisa Ricketts, but you can follow us over at our school's page at Western STEM _Academy. So we're live both on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm tripling up right now. So I have so many devices in front of me, but I have some emails that I'm going to be sending off. So if you registered before, please do expect some email from us, right? If you are registering tonight, you should get an email within the next 24 hours thereabouts. But it's been amazing catching up with you and really sharing with you what is it that we're offering at Western STEM Academy. We have some amazing partnerships coming up, partnerships in etiquette training for your children. We have quiz that we're working on right now. There's so many things. We have a talent thing that's coming up. I can't share too much just yet, else the team will beat me up. But there's so many things, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, education, learning. It's a really fun experience. It's exciting, and you have to make it that for our children to get the best of it, right? They're not just learning for today, they're learning for the future. They're learning, it's something that's going to stay with them for life. So we have to make it meaningful. So I want to thank you, parents and teachers. Are there any vacancies asking for someone? Send us an email at westernstemacademy2020@gmail.com for employment. There are a few spaces that we're trying to fill, but as I mentioned, we get a lot of applications. So please send it early so that a decision can be made in your friend's favor. Okay. All right. So we have a lot of applications. It's a very competitive process. Let's partner with SDGs. I need to speak with you. I need to speak with you. I haven't forgotten. Let's talk talks with Tia. Haven't forgotten at all. It's just been a crazy week, but I'm settling in, and we should definitely talk this week. I think I should have some time this week. So I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna give you a call. We need to talk for real. We're big on the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. So that's something that's very much up our alley and something that we would love to talk more on, right? So please let me know if there are questions. Not yet. I see someone asked me to go live with them. We can definitely talk about that soon. But send me a message if anything. I kind of am very iffy about going live with others, especially when I'm live across 3 platforms. So don't feel anyway. Just send me a message of what you wanted to say to me. All right. Sorry about that. Thank you so much, Talks with Tia. You too, keep up the good work. You know, we're always admiring and we're here for the support and here for any partnership that will help to advance our students' education as well as our teachers' development, right? Thank you so much. Teacher professional development is a big thing that we're also a part of. You know, we had a training session with several schools, primary and high schools, in areas of science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So we do STEAM trainings for schools. So we've done one at Jamaica College, we've done one with First Till All Age, Sawyer's Primary, Stewartown Primary, Albertown High School, a lot of schools. So we do STEAM trainings with teachers as well as we're incorporating STEM clubs coming September for several schools. You can look out for that as well. All right. So if you want a STEM club in your school, in your child's school, you know you just need to send us a message via DM or you can call or WhatsApp us. Our number is 876-886-3859. Repeating, 876-886-3859. Someone said, what short courses will you be offering in September? As I see that about short courses, we also have shirts, right? So Academy branded shirt. First, Charlie's enrolled. They have shirts. There is no uniform, right? The students dress casually for school. However, parents have the option of buying the polo shirts for special occasions or to wear for school. No uniforms right now. What short courses? So there is a digital marketing course that will help persons right now. And there's also, so a digital marketing course is available as well as a customer service course will be available and a STEM course. So we're starting with digital marketing, customer service, and STEM course. That's for adults. I think there's something of financial literacy there about, but I have to confirm on that. So I know it's digital marketing, STEM, customer service, financial literacy. So those are the courses that we're starting in our in our after school program. That's for adults. That's for adults specifically, those courses, but we have extra classes for our evening school for students, in our evening school for students, right? We also, oh, I thought somebody else asked me another question. So, of course, ask me a question. I'm all questions tonight before I wrap up this live. So, we have some short courses that you can use, that you can get, and you will also get, what is that now? Certificates at the end of these courses. So, certificates will be given, of course. Long term, there's a partnership with Heart that's coming, but it's not there yet, right? So I'm loving the audience. You guys are an amazing audience. This is probably like one of the best lives I've done. So I want to thank you. Like, I really want to thank you for making this live a success. This was a really good conversation. I enjoyed it. Some of you were here from the start and you are here now at the the end, and I can't thank you enough. How long for the short courses? The digital marketing course, that's my baby because I'm really big on digital marketing. Digital marketing is the future of wealth creation for adults, right? So it's going to be my other company, Pro Linkage Marketing, in collaboration with Western STEM Academy. It's for 3 months, and the tuition is for $100,000 for the 3 months, $97,000 for early bird registration. When you're finished, you will become an expert digital marketer where you can earn additional income from digital marketing, something that you can do for your phone from your phone. You can have a job in the United States, a job in Canada, a job all around the world from the comfort of your little home in Jamaica, right? So it's a global job, a global skill that is really taking over right now. Digital marketing. There is also customer service, and you know how important customer service is. There's also what else did I say? Customer service, digital marketing, STEM. You know, STEM is leading. So your chemistry, your physics, your biology, and your math combined in one. That's another course. So they're all $100,000 and they're lasting 3 months. So they're starting in September. The maximum is 10 persons per class. So if you want to join one of the short courses, please send me a message. The registration form for the short courses will be going out soon, right? Financial literacy is also one. In financial literacy, you're going to be learning about savings, investments, stock markets, taxation in terms of types of taxes, and a lot of things in financial literacy, right? Any more questions? So I see a lot of persons are interested in the short courses. So as I mentioned before, STEM, financial literacy, customer service, digital marketing. Let me know which one you are feeling. Jude Minot, which one of them are you feeling more? Is it the STEM, the digital marketing? Is it STEM? Is it digital marketing? Is it financial literacy or customer service? Which one are you feeling more? All right. So anyone that you choose at the end of the day, these are for your development. They're for 3 months. So it's very quick. You pay $100,000. You make a 50% deposit. So someone said digital. What is wrong with me with this digital? Gosh, digital and STEM. Right? Perfect. Perfect. I'm for those two. You know, I'm really passionate about digital marketing. I can't even tell you how much I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, it's my baby. So I would recommend everybody to have a skill in digital marketing, social media management, you know, public relations. So digital marketing, public relations, there's also marketing, branding, all of those, right? I see Dawson's Tutoring. That's one of my clients over the other business, Purpose Finder, digital marketing. She also does tutoring. Welcome, Dawson's Tutoring. How are you doing? Right? So I'm excited about the short course in September, and we could do something really special for you right now. Just send me a message. Any requirements for the short courses? Of course, just share your CSEC results. So all we need is a copy of your CSEC results. They're really open right now, but we want your CSEC results right now. We're not limiting you to say that you must have 5 CSEC or 6 CSEC subjects, because a lot of persons truly in high school weren't focused or anything like that. And you know, life happens. So these courses are for you. So the requirements, all you need to do is just send us a message, but you have to put down the time and know that we will be meeting at least one time per week, right? What if you don't? Yeah, that's why I said that we're not pressuring anybody right now to say you must have any CSEC subjects or anything like that. It's open. So it's an open policy right now for the short courses. All you have to do is to have an interest and the right attitude. Okay? So we're not limiting you right now. So they're open. They're going to be very beginner friendly. So that is why we're saying that, you know, they're open. They're open. So don't worry about it, darling. Right? So share with someone. Look out for the flyers. Ensure you're following us at Western STEM _ Academy on Instagram, or Western STEM Academy on YouTube, or Western STEM Academy on TikTok. We're on all social platforms. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and the works. All right, how many hours per week for short courses? So right now, short courses are about 2 hours per week. So we're not making them too long because a lot of persons work. So about 2 hours per live session per week. And then what will happen is that you will have materials on go. So it's also self-paced, where part of the course you're able to read up. So it's an online course. Remember, we're an online school. So everything about us is online. So it's an online course. So here by Nicole, the courses are customer service, STEM, digital marketing, and financial literacy. The tuition is $100,000 for the 3 months. However, if you register by the 22nd of August, you'll pay only $97,000. And all you need is a 50% deposit to secure your space. All right, so those are our short courses. They're going to be taught by expert professionals in the field who are ready to help you to level up your skill. You're going to get a certificate at the end that you can use globally, not just in Jamaica. There are persons who are making some serious 6 and 7 figures from digital marketing as a skill. And I want to offer that to you. There is also entrepreneurship, but I can't tell you the start date for entrepreneurship yet, as yet. All right, so there's an entrepreneurship course. I can't tell you the start date because I need to finalize some things, but I know that we have those 3 for September. All right, so they're online, and I think I'm going to wrap up the live here, guys. I can't thank you enough for being live with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Right, just follow us, tell a friend about our full-time school, as well as our short courses for adults, as well as the courses for students, right? So thank you so much. Enjoy your Wednesday evening. Take care. Thank you so much, Jude Minot. Send me a message, and let's talk about the course. We're going straight into conversation. If you are here, come follow me over at Purpose Finder Strategies. We're going to be talking about your favorite topic. I know you guys wanted to talk about the courses some more, and digital marketing, creating additional income online. That's something that's very much up my alley too. I speak about that at Purpose Finder Strategies. I'm gonna do another live, but just because I kind of don't want all of them to counteract, I'll just do that one on Instagram next. So all you need to do is to come over on Instagram and let's talk, right? I'm still trying to end this live. So thank you so much, guys. Come over on Instagram at Purpose Finder Strategist for the next live. I'm going to start that one about 9 o'clock. That one will really be about wealth creation and that kind of thing. Oh boy, I was still live on